Glasgow is going to teach you the 4 steps at creating an awesome event. Because if you want to go diamond, remember, creating events, promoting events, executing these events, very well, important. Are you all having a great experience today? That was the plan. And Katie has quite a rich background. She comes from a corporate world, and she's put on tons of events for executives. She's put together retreats in Sedona. She went in high school. She helped it was college, right? College, Spanish club. She raised money putting on events for the Spanish club. I mean, this girl, she's so detailed. She has that business mind. She knows what people need and what people expect because she has very high standards. So she contributes a lot to the Edge team in making sure that we have a very smooth flowing, amazing kick butt time here when we put this stuff together. So let's bring up Katie Glasgow. Do you need the internet? I think, yeah. Turn on.
All right. Are you guys ready to learn how to put together what I call a kick butt magical event? All right. How many of you felt amazing when you walked in today? Could you tell that this room and this space was full of so much energy and so much love that was coming at you mega force, right? Okay? And so, do you guys think that we just showed up this morning and it just all happened? Not at all. There are so many people here making this event flow and work so that when you came to this space today, it was open and ready for you to receive the content that was going to flow into you, okay? I've got the wild orange and spearmint and lavender on. I actually put it in a roller bottle. I'm going to give you guys a little tip from me. I put it in a roller bottle. I put it on every time before I speak. I have it right beside me at my desk. So every single time I need to pick up the phone to make one of those calls that I don't want to make, or every time I have to get on a coaching call or whatever, I have my wild orange and spearmint and lavender on, even when I have to talk to my husband about stuff he doesn't want to talk about. I put my wild orange and lavender and spearmint on. So the tips she just gave you, totally true. Go home, make it in a roller bottle. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about how to actually create a magical event and how you can feel extremely confident in creating an event so that when you're creating an event, every single time somebody arrives, they are feeling loved. They are feeling part of something. They are feeling confident in the space that you have created for them. So let's look at a couple of things. Okay, how did you feel when you walked in today? So tell me how you felt. Right there in the polka dot, how did you feel?
That was a lot of joy.
A lot of joy. Did anybody feel, how many people felt joy? Stand up, shake your hands, let's get moving. It's afternoon time. All right, we felt joy. I really hope that you did not feel disgust, but maybe some of you did. There was actually people probably that did feel that. There was a lot of you that were feeling some fear when you walked in. Okay, I'm like Desiree, I can feel your fear. You were feeling fear when you walked in. But it's gone now, it's all gone. Okay, we were feeling joy. Maybe you were feeling sadness because you had to leave your baby at home. I left my 3 babies at home this week. It's okay, they're with daddy. But there's all these emotions that we can feel when we walk into a space, but when we come into the space, we want to feel better. We want to feel like somebody has their loving arms around us and that they are going to make everything all right, okay? So, how many of you guys have had events like this? Where nobody's joining you. I had a lot of these events when I first started doTERRA. I kept telling my husband that I was going to retire him. And then he would come home. He would leave work early so he could get home in time to watch the kids. And he had a big job. Like, it was hard for him to leave early. And he would get home and he would sit in LA traffic for 2 hours and he would get home to watch the kids and he'd walk in the house and there would be me with my pan of peppermint brownies Sometimes there was one other girl that said she wanted to do the business too. And we would both be sitting there with our peppermint brownies and our chips and salsa that we put a little bit of cilantro in. And there was nobody there. That doesn't feel good at all. And then I realized I wasn't creating an event and inviting and doing the job I needed to do to have a kick butt event. So I'm going to teach you some tricks so that you're not sitting by yourself with the whole pan of peppermint brownies. Okay, now my next question for you is, how many of you have experienced magic? And I am talking magic, down to the bone magic, when you have gone to an event. All right, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about something. The first event, and I actually posted, if you follow me on Facebook, I posted this morning. I had one class at my house. My beautiful, amazing upline, Melissa Guthrie, who's sitting over here. And when Melissa came to my house, she shared with my friends all about these amazing oils. But when she got to the end of the class, I told her, you can't tell anybody about buying the oils, because I don't want anybody to know that I'm selling something. I just want my friends to learn about oils. True story. I should have been talking to Alonto. My belief level was right down here. They still wanted to buy, but at the point, she came back a couple months later because there was an actual doTERRA event in Los Angeles. And it was about an hour and a half away. And I had shared with a couple people, but I actually didn't have anybody enrolled because, well, you have to tell them about how to enroll them. And so she was coming back and she said, there's this event and I think you should go to it. And I said, okay. And at that time, my husband worked. I was a stay-at-home mom in LA. I didn't have a lot of support. I didn't have a lot of extra money to pay a babysitter. But something was telling me that I needed to go to that event, okay? And at that time, I didn't realize how family-friendly doTERRA was, so I left my baby, who wouldn't take a bottle, and I figured it out because I was ready to make a few sacrifices because I just felt I needed to go to this event. And when I got to that event, I don't even think there was this many people there. Was there, Nikki? You were there with me. That first event, maybe about the size of the room. And it was an actual doTERRA event, back when we had them little, because there wasn't as many people there. But I went to that room, and I sat in the audience, just like you guys are today. And the people that got up on that stage inspired me. The people that were in that room inspired me. There was mamas there with their babies. They talked about God on a stage. I had come from corporate America. You don't do that. There was so much beauty in that event that at that moment, sitting in that chair, I went from, I don't want my friends to know I'm sharing oils, and maybe I could just share them a little bit to get my oils paid for, to I am going to do this as a business, and I'm going to retire my husband, and I am going to change the world with these essential oils. From sitting in a chair, just like you guys are sitting in a chair today. And then I kept going to events. Then I kind of got stalled out. I hit silver, and then I didn't hit silver, and then it was like a mess, right? But I hit silver enough to go to a leadership retreat. And then I went to leadership retreat. And again, those people up on that stage rocked my world. And it was magic again. And do you guys know that I went to a leadership retreat event as an actual elite because I had qualified as silver, but I hadn't been silver for 3 months after that. But I had qualified enough to go to that space, and there's a reason that I qualified for that. I went there as an elite. Within 2 months, I had regained myself back to silver. A month later, I went gold. And 7 months later, I skipped platinum and went to diamond. And I'm not telling you that so that you think that everybody can do that. But what happened was that My mindset shifted. I got the inspiration I needed because I was at an event. And it was a powerful event. Seth talked about the powerful events he's been at this morning. An event can change your life. Now, let's think about this. Does an event have to be something where you're seeing somebody on stage? How many of you had your worlds rocked because somebody put a drop of oil in your hand? That's all of us in this room. Come on, let's be honest, right? And how many of you had oil shared with you with one person? It was just you and them on a one-on-one. Probably a lot. How many of you were sitting in a class setting with maybe 5 people around a kitchen table? Okay? How many of you were learning about essential oils in a group of 50 or maybe 100? Okay? Or maybe you decided to do the business because you saw a post on Facebook or you went to a business training. So events can rock your world. This week is going to change you if you allow it to. If you open up yourselves, and Desiree has helped us with the oils to do that, open up your mind to what the speakers are going to say to you. Write everything down. Do one takeaway from each speaker, one profound thing that they said, and your life is going to change in a big way. And you're going to go home and you're going to realize that there was more. That there was that freedom that Alonto was talking about. Okay? So what else can events do for your team? It's not just you they can change. If you're getting up into that leadership position, you're creating what I call my tribe. This is my beautiful tribe of women. I want to brag about them a little bit. This is at a retreat we did in April, and we did professional pictures to make us feel wonderful and beautiful, and I wanted to capture what my tribe looked like and how amazing and beautiful they were. But events change our teams too. It's not just us. And so us providing, either getting our team to events or providing the event changes our team. Rod knows that. That's why you're all sitting here today, because he realizes how impactful an event can be. How many of you have ever been to one of the boot camps when it's come to your area? I remember a boot camp in San Diego that totally blew my mind. I was already diamond. I was almost blue diamond. But I had never actually seen Seth and Rod present a boot camp. So tomorrow you're in for a treat if you've never seen it. Okay? I had seen the workbook. I had had the slides. I had been giving boot camps on my own. But when I saw them present it, ding, 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 it was like light bulbs were going off all around me. Because I was at an event. And my team was there. And I had so many team members commit because they saw Rod and Seth present. So events, let's really look at events. We kind of looked at this before, but I want to let you know that what I'm talking about today is not just for a big event like this. This is something you got to work up to, okay? I'm going to be real with you. And there's a lot of people in here that you're wearing the enroll and the train hat right now. But that does not mean that you do not need to master events. Actually, I think it's more important to master events at the enroll and train stage than it is at a blue diamond level. And you're going to find out why. So an event is, for me, is any time more than one person that loves doTERRA is together in the same space. Would you guys agree with that? Magic can happen when there's more than one person that loves doTERRA in the same space. So a lot of what I'm talking about is actually going to go with that. So I have created 4 keys or 4 quadrants to what I call magical events. So we need to schedule for success. That's step number 1. You have to promote with purpose for your event. Execute with ease the event and rock the content, okay? So we're gonna go into all these 4 areas, and by the end, you guys are gonna feel so confident and so ready to take on your next event.